Shay!
Hello.
What are we doing today, bruh?
This is a bit different, mate. Well, nothing's a bit different for us, is it? But we've got a full bag of Nike clubs.
Cool.
If you want to see any singular reviews in brackets there, they are all on the channel. So there's the Vaporfly Metalwoods and the Nike VR combo irons, but we're just going to give them a go. We're going to have a quick 3-hole match, 1, 2, 3, as we usually do at Mile End here. Nice little track of 3 holes, me versus you, and at the end we'll discuss the possibility of people, if they fancied it, having all Nike gear in the bag.
Sounds
I know
good.
It's something a lot of golfers are interested in. It's something that I was interested in when we first started playing golf, because that's where we got all the clubs from. Yeah. So we'll pop the camera down and we'll tee off on the first. Right, Scott, so we're starting off with the Vaporfly driver.
Okay.
It is currently set to aim right and at 10.5 degrees.
That should be fun for you.
Well, no, because I'm hitting so far left, and when I was doing the reviews on these on the range, the face was almost so closed that it was beyond belief, and that was set to neutral, so it scared me a bit. So first hole, we're going scratch match, Shay v Scott. Bruh. Let's see how the nightclubs go.
Oh,
that's not a good one. It's up the left, but we'll have to see when we get up there, mate. Yeah. Scott being a little awkward and just teeing up halfway across the other side of the tee. Yep.
I'm expecting a nice cut. Hopefully end up somewhere in the middle.
Scott not hitting the driver or the woods very well at the moment, so he's having to hit an iron off the tee. 2 very solid shots to begin, Scott.
Yeah.
One top that's just reached the fairway and one hook that's might be in a spot of bother.
This new grip isn't doing me thumb any good, mate. It's actually coming through the glove now, this blood.
Ooh, nice.
Lovely.
So Scott left rough after his cracking top.
Yeah.
Cart path top. Excuse the angle here, Scott's decided to park the buggy a bit like a drip.
Shut up.
5 iron, Scott.
Correct. Trying to get used to the lie angles of these because mine are too flat. These are 1 upright. Don't feel comfortable at all.
Just a bit out to the right. One thing I will say for these clubs is they don't correct complete out of garbage, do they?
Well, it doesn't help when you're used to one thing and then you get another in your hand, though.
Yeah, to be fair, when you finally get a golf game going, I don't half ruin it for you, do I? He's just hitting his own club now, just so we can actually get the feel back. Yeah, it's solid. He's bombed that miles. So we're just taking...
And that's on the green.
To kick right to get to the green, like.
It's still on the green.
So I have duck hooked mine left, and to here. So one thing's to say for the Nike Vaporfly driver, does not cure a duck hook off the tee. Pretty disappointed with that.
The only thing that cures that is lessons, bruh.
Well, 4 iron from here because I'm probably about 200 yards. Pins at the back. Oh, Jesus, that's a full on top. Wet in here, isn't it?
What's that?
Wet in here. I don't think we're really giving these clubs a fair trial today. Scott with some cheeky tree loving. I think he's going 5 iron low through the tree.
There's a gap, so I'm going for it.
YouTube. Probably in risk here if it hits a tree. Straight in my noggin.
Nope.
YouTube, bruh.
It hit the tree instead.
What would be a fair test is if any of us actually managed to make a par in a hole with these clubs.
Well, record me playing with my own clubs and you'll see pars and birdies.
Well, we're not looking at your own clubs today, are we?
Well, these are crap, which is why I don't have them in the bag.
There you go, folks.
That's my review done. They're crap.
What he means is if he can't play with something, he's crap, not the clubs. Happy? Right, so we're about I'd say about 130 out really. Third shot, cracking golf on display. I will just say it's all down to the clubs. Pitching wedge from here, Scott.
Okay.
Just push that slightly.
I lost it as soon as you hit it. Oh, it's okay.
Just right edge, probably not on the green. But hey, we're giving these clubs a fair old test, aren't we? Sun beaming on him. Tidy.
Ah. Trying for that low skidder. That was with my own clubs, by the way.
That was with your own?
Yeah, because my night ball's over here.
He's given up on his already. Just pick yours up, for God's sake. Save us the hassle. Scott just knobbing a pitching wedge up here, I think. What shot's this? Fourth?
Something like that.
Something like that. Same outcome. So I am in this stuff here. Pin eye right. Not the best of shots realistically, but
you can do the rest of this on your own. I'm not punishing my own golf by playing with them.
okay.
Pointless.
3-all match completed. Shay wins.
I've worked hard enough trying to get a swing going. I ain't ruining it now.
So just to add some context, we've got a Nike N-Gauge 56, which is a raw finish which rusts up, and it has rusted up over the years. Just gonna give this one a little knob on and see if we can make a bogey. Wow, that's a bit knifey. Can still make a putt from there. On to the next hole. So we are on to the second. We're not going to bother filming on the greens because, well, you'll see in another video what we're putting with, but Scott has now give up on the fact of the Nike clubs. He's only just got himself swinging his own irons well, so it's kind of punishing his game.
Yeah, I've worked too hard to get something going with my own clubs to bring myself back down to shanking them everywhere.
Yep, so we're currently all square. We agreed that we both had double bogeys, even though we really had that many shots we don't even know. So yeah, all square going into the second. Let's see what you got. It's in the morning. Better.
Better, but...
Is the wrong direction. Oh, wowee, ladies and gents, that's a club throw. I think the thing is, right, you've just hit a relatively half decent strike, just bad direction there, and the fact of it is that your club flying through the tree then?
Yeah.
The fact of it is, I'm going to hit this now with a big smile on my face, and it's going to be even worse than that. I'm still going to be smiling. Nike Vaporfly driver. How far left can it go? Low bullet, look at that.
If we wouldn't have had all that rain last night, that would have been
still
nice.
Gone miles.
Yeah, it's still gone well.
Oh, that's a good one. To Scott on the first. Luckily, we know
we've already been here once.
Yep. Well, we didn't really have a good time over here when we were over here together anyway, did we? So hopefully you'll have a better time this time.
This is literally just a case of get it back in play. Or at least on the right hole.
Solid strike. Well, he really can hit an iron, can't he? I think we'll be pitching on from there, Scott.
Should
Certainly
be.
Not a bad one. We're not a million miles away. That ball has travelled some yardage along the floor.
To get it along the ground, to be fair. There's a few worms that have lost their heads, but...
So if you are a bit of a low scholar kind of player, certainly worth a shout, that driver.
Putter as you were moving everything around the bag.
I know. I'd say review to follow on that putter. So we're about 160. I'm going to hit a 7 iron.
Like that.
Hit a 7 iron. Solid, clean, on the green. Fat, chasey.
It might get there though.
still on the green, player. I say that was slightly up the toe as well, and to say they're sort of a playery type of iron,
Yeah.
it's still
Still done okay.
well, it didn't feel bad, and it still went the yardage.
Yeah.
So thumbs up for the nightclub. So Scott has just played along enough to get there. We've got no yardage or nothing today, so
I forgot the sky caddy.
Scott's struggling.
I'm lost.
I managed still, but Scott's a bit of a wet lettuce when it comes to these things.
I have to know yardages. I'm hitting a 9-iron in the hope that I'm about the right yardage.
Well, just tell yourself it's the right yardage and execute the shot.
Doesn't work like that.
Don't work like that, behave.
Does when you catch them that thin.
Yeah,
it's going to be long.
Back. So there I am, just short, somewhere I'd usually putt from, as most of you are well aware. I'm still going to give the old Nike wedge a bit of a clean little zipper. I think Scott took 3 to go long of the green, so I should be taking this all off him really. Oh, it's clean. Didn't zip. Back of the green. Could probably still be chipping from there really. So Scott has knocked one close, I've knocked one long. It's another double down, Scott.
Bit weak and dribbly.
So this is for par. I, again, should be putting, but I'm just going to nudge your wedge a little bit.
That's a nice effort.
Is that given for Bogue?
Yeah.
One up the Nikes. See, if I was using any normal wedge, it wouldn't have worked like that, would it? He's just volleyed me ball clean past me. So we are very enthusiastically onto the third and the final hole of our little Nike Clubs Experimente.
Well, one of us is enthusiastic.
Well, Scott died and gave up after.
The other one's glad that Nike stopped making clubs.
As you can see, we've got different opinions on Nike clubs.
They make fantastic clothing, but the clubs are rubbish.
Okay. Okay. What's the other reviews? Because Scott isn't in them.
Yeah, definitely.
Scott has nothing to do with them.
Mr. Negative is not here today.
I'm going to try and play a little feathered cut here, Scott.
Okay.
Oh, I've started it right and cut it. What a melon.
Stayed straight, it was just a bit of a block. It's good for yardage.
Pin eye right to the green.
Let's be pull the arse off this now.
It's good. Yep. Oh, lucky. So we were a little right, a little long. Bit of a blocky cut rather than start it left and cut, but showing the clubs are workable, and that is deep. So we're just going to nudge it over onto the green. Not my best, certainly not my worst. See what Scott's got to give us. Rest that there.
Wasn't even watching that.
It certainly weren't my best, and it certainly weren't my worst. Bit of rookie camera in here with the sun so low. Looks like a good one. You can have that. That's in. As I said, we'll be using your putter because there's a nice little fun putter review. More like a putter smashing that I'll probably release some point next week. Right, so for a half on the hole and the match, Scott, baby putter. Break, 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 break! Yeah!
Good part.
One up to the nightclubs, bar the putter. Thank you, PXG. So just as a quick summary after our little 3 holes, the playing with a Nike bag, it's definitely doable in 2020. One thing I'll say is the irons, they feel just as pure as my current Mizuno MP18 muscleback irons. When you'll see in the other reviews specifically for the irons, they're more than workable. You can get the ball to go left to right, right to left, and I am absolute garbage, so if I can do that, good players definitely can. If you want to fancy yourself a set of nightclubs in 2020, there's no reason you shouldn't.